What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're kind of a vlog and a story time video. I'm going to go through a bunch of these cars. I've sat around for the last several days trying to decide what is it I'm doing with all of these cars. Am I actually going to complete any of them? Is it financially feasible to do so? Should I sell them? Am I getting my dealer's license? We're in the middle of November. I still don't have it. I got a lot going on, and I'm under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress right now, mainly because we're approaching the end of the year. It's going to be tax time soon, and I still don't have a dealer's license. And that leaves me with an entire yard full of cars, and I don't know what to do with them. So I guess before I get into everything else in this video, I've had a lot of you asking what happened to the 1970 International Harvester. You guys probably noticed about, 3 months ago, it disappeared. Well, I took it to Mako in Oklahoma City on the south side. Not the Mako that I'm currently using on the 66 Ford Galaxy. I'm going to have an entire dedicated video about that because it has turned into an absolute nightmare and a disaster. But I don't want to come out with a video that's half-baked, you know what I mean? I want to have a conclusion and have this all figured out, and after the phone call today, it didn't go very well. And it did not go well at all. 3 months into this paint job, and the paint job was messed up the first time. The bodywork was messed up. They didn't actually do all of the work they were supposed to do, and then they call me a month and a half later and tell me that they still haven't done anything to it, and they need to charge me extra money for something. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. There's going to be a Mako video coming soon. I hope they do the right thing and we get it resolved. But again, after the phone conversation we had today, I don't think they're interested in doing the right thing because the guy told me he didn't care if I went somewhere else. Just after years and years and years of being a loyal customer of theirs, the money that I've spent there, the publicity that I've given them for free because they don't give me a discount for promoting them. Yeah, he told me he doesn't care if I go somewhere else. So stay tuned. I promise you we're going to have a video of the 1970 International Harvester coming up as soon as I hear something. Basically, the last thing he said to me on the phone today was he was going to call corporate in an attempt to slow down the process of getting my truck painted. I don't know how you're going to slow it down anymore since it's already been 3 months and it's still not done. But apparently, he's going to try to slow it down even more to prevent me from being able to get my truck back. So now that we've gone through that, let's get into these cars. Now, before we go any further, I have a lot of you comment and tell me that you hate videos where there's drama. You don't like drama. And believe me, I completely understand. I have a tendency not to watch videos about drama because I have so much of it in my own life. I just can't really stand to watch other people. With that said, if it's a good story, if there's something interesting, I'm going to watch it. Drama, no drama, doesn't matter. I'm going to watch it. So this is, I guess, kind of a drama video because I've got some big decisions to make. And I'm not bashing anybody. I don't want anybody thinking I'm out here like bashing the state of Oklahoma. I'm not. I'm just nervous. You know, I'm itching with nervousness right now because I have all of these cars sitting out here right now, and all of these cars are in the dealership's name. Even this one really sucks. My 66 Impala that we've done all this work on, this is in my dealership name, and I can't sell it to myself. I've had a lot of people say, why don't you just sign it over to yourself? You can't do that. I thought you could. I was told that you could. But after that meeting with the state, they let me know that you can't. And I'm in enough trouble, so I ain't doing nothing else. So this car that I have over $20,000 invested in, I can't do anything with it. Like I can't register this under my name, or it is insured. I've got it fully covered. It's got full coverage insurance, so don't worry about that. It is fully insured. But like, I can't really spend any more money on this car or go any further with it because there's a possibility I may never actually be able to own this car. So what's happening with the 66 Impala? I don't know. I am at a loss. But all of these cars sitting here belong to my dealership, and there's only one way that I can get rid of them. Oh, sorry, there's two ways. One is by sending them to auction, which I've got another video coming really, really soon. I'm going to show you the cars that I've decided to go ahead and let go because I've added some to the list. I can send them to auction, or I can sell them to another dealer. And as it turns out, I've got a dealer that just got a hold of me, Mark Bear. Hopefully you guys know who he is. I've shared a lot of his videos. He bought an old Chevy truck of mine, and he bought that old Buick Skylark, that 90s, like 92 Buick Skylark. He bought that, and he's in Australia, which is really interesting. I think his videos are fascinating because he's buying cars that you can't get in Australia from America. He's buying them for me, and he's shipping them to Australia. And now you've got these American cars in the land down under. I think it's really cool. But anyway, he got a hold of me today, and he's interested in some. So these cars all sold. These right here. There were actually 5 of them. We had the Hyundai Accent, and we had the BMW 650i that was sitting in that car spot. So we had 5 cars here. These are sold, and 2 of them got picked up already. So those are gone. And then we have this one right here, my 86 Custom Cruiser. Now, a lot of you kind of joke about this car like it's a yellow banana, but I'm going to tell you something. I finally got the cojones to drive this thing home the other day, and I have put over 100 miles on it in a single day. Over 100 miles in a single day. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of the most comfortable cars I have driven in a long time. And I can't believe I'm even saying that. This is a real cruiser. They call it a custom cruiser. It is absolutely a cruising mobile, man. I love it. I filled it up with a fresh tank of gas, drove it 100 miles, and I've had no problems, no check engine light or nothing. It's just been a great, solid driver. So for right now, because I've actually fallen in love with this car, brings back so many memories, man. Sitting in that seat, well, not necessarily the greatest memories. I got arrested for stealing that car from my mother and my stepfather. So it wasn't necessarily a great memory, but what I'm saying is, like, sitting behind the wheel of this and seeing this old school dashboard and these old gauges, I love this car. I really genuinely love this car. I love being in it. I love driving it. I enjoy the living heck out of this car, man. So we're going to come back and see if we can't get the air conditioning working on this as well. But this one is not going anywhere, at least not for right now. And I do believe that it really has 73,000 original miles on it. It runs and drives so good. Just, it's so much fun to drive. I know this would not be most of your top pick in a vehicle to drive, but I'm telling you, man, she's an absolute blast. So this one is staying, at least for now. The Saturn Vue, this one's really interesting because it's a 2.2 Ecotec, and it's also a manual transmission. The tires like brand new. It's got cold air, hot heat. I've got to do a little cleaning because my detail guys that came out here didn't get the stickers off and they didn't get the writing off, but I got to come out here and clean it up. But that one's going down the road. This is one. We haven't sealed the deal on this yet, but he did tell me that he wants it, and unless something happens, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't get it, because when he tells me he wants something and we agree on a price, he gets it, okay? So this is probably going to be on Mark Bear's channel on YouTube. It's going to take a while. Exporting to Australia takes months. So this is not something, if he decides to buy it, this is not something you're going to see on his channel next week or next month even. This is probably going to take a while to get there. I really hate to see this one go, but I'm so serious about selling it. I think I'm going to go ahead and take my dealer plate off of it today. I had no intention of selling this car. I had no desire to sell this car. I've driven this car home. I love driving this little car. Only downside is it is really, really small. Okay, like, this car is small. A C5 seems like it is so much bigger, and I do have a C5 manual transmission on the way. It's broken down in another state, and they're trying to fix it, but I own it, and it should be coming this way soon. So I thought about it. He got a hold of me through an email. He said, hey, I would actually love to purchase your C4 Corvette, and I would love to purchase both of your Crown Vic police cars. And I was like, no, can't do it, man. Sorry. I said, I plan on keeping one of the cop cars for myself. I've got another buddy with a dealer in another state that's bought some of my cars. He was going to buy one of the cop cars. And this one, I just can't bring myself to let it go. I just can't bring myself to let this car go. I finally, like, we're finally good on this car. You know, it's finally reliable. It's something that runs out and drives great. I got my Meatloaf cassette blaring in there, man. I finally get the car done, and somebody wants it. So I was like, I don't think I can let it go. And then I came out here today, and again, I just see all these cars sitting out here, and I was like, you got to do something, Randy. You got to do something, man. The 96 Z28, this one's going down the road this week as well. I told him if he's serious about the car and he wants it, we already agreed on a price. I told him he can have it. Now, I've got another buddy I told you wanted one of these Crown Vics. I don't see the reason in keeping two, so I figure I'd keep one for myself, and I can use it as a car to push other cars around the property if they don't run, or push them into the shop like we did the other day. It worked out great for that. But again, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what is going on with my dealer's license, man? Because they told me I was going to hear something, you know, a month ago. They said that they would come out here and he would approve me like the same day. He said, by the end of the week, I'll have your dealership approved. And he never showed up. And then they told me through email, I emailed them back and forth several times. They told me that they're not scheduled to even do anything with my dealership until November. But they didn't give me any date in November. So I missed my deadline for renewing my wholesale dealership. Not to mention, I did not renew my wholesale dealership bond. I did not renew my wholesale dealership insurance, because December 31st, 2025, this entire wholesale operation will cease to exist, because it's supposed to transition into a retail dealership. So the state themselves told me, do not renew your license. So I didn't renew the license, insurance, bonds, nothing. And now I'm sitting here stressing, because if they don't come out here and I don't get this dealer's license soon, this is going to be catastrophically bad. Like, there's going to be so many problems with this if this does not go through. So because of this, and the fact that we are at the end of the year, guys, tax time is coming, and it's time to unload as much as I can. I just don't need the cars, you know? At the end of the day, that's what it comes out. I don't need any of these cars. They're cool. I love the cop cars with the lights and everything, but I just sent him an email and I said, you know what? If you want both of them, you can have them, because the guy that was going to get one canceled. He backed out. Because in the state he's in, you can't have the lights. The lights make the cars illegal in his state. They're not illegal here, but in his state they are, and because of that, he can't. I mean, what good does it do him to have the car at all? So he said, go ahead and sell it to the other guy. So Mark Bear, if he's interested in both of them, I decided I'm going to go ahead and let him have both. This one, as you guys saw in yesterday's video, the transmission did not come back to life in this, and I have decided I am not going to spend any more money on this. I'm not buying the solenoids or a mechatronics unit. I'm not buying the fluid all over again. We're just not doing it. We're not doing it. The car is not financially worth it, and the views didn't do well enough to justify spending $400 on parts and taking the time to film another video. It just doesn't make sense, so not going to happen. The Cadillac DeVille, my 79 Cadillac Coupe DeVille, this one, I regret to tell you, is also going down the road. So this one is going to be going up for auction along with the BMW, along with the Saturn Vue, along with the Z28 Camaro. I've decided to go ahead and let this go. I'm just not messing with it, man. In fact, I came out here earlier today and I took my plate off of it because it's ready. It's ready to go. I don't know if I'm going to make any money on this one or not. Not to worry. Once all of these cars are sold, I'm going to come back with a video, and it should be pretty much just an empty lot. And I'm going to come out, and I'm going to tell you what we sold everything for. This one is a sad one to see go. This is another car that I thoroughly enjoy driving. Ice cold air conditioning, new tires, cruise control works, runs and drives absolutely great. And it's going down to ACV auctions, along with my 2011 Chevy Capri. Speaking of the land down under, this is your Australian car right here, which is probably why he's not interested in this one. These things are probably all over the place where he lives. It's kind of a rare car, though, at least here in the United States. They were only sold to emergency responders. They were only sold to municipalities, police cars or whatever, detectives' vehicles and things of that nature. It's a 2011 Chevy Caprice, but it's really not a Chevy Caprice. They just threw the name on it. It's actually like a Holden Commodore or something like that. I can't remember. Somebody from Australia is going to come out and they're going to be like, bam, I know what that car is. It's an interesting car because it has the Caprice badge on it, but I mean, really, they just threw a badge on it. It is a fun car to drive. This one's got 74,000 miles on it. It's got a little bit of hail damage, a little bit of paint damage. The tires are older and cracking, but I've driven this thing home multiple times, and it's got oil coolers for days, for everything. Power steering, oil, transmission. I mean, this thing has coolers on coolers on coolers for everything. Cold air conditioning, stereo works, you know, decent. It's a factory stereo, kind of, you know, not the greatest, but it works all right. I've done massive burnouts in this car. This thing is an absolute blast to drive, and I'm gonna miss it, but I've only driven it maybe 5 or 6 times. I've taken it home, brought it back, taken it home, done some errands, gone to town, and that's pretty much it. You know, I probably haven't put more than 200, 250 miles on this car. No warning lights on the dash or anything, but this one's going. It is. This one's going to ACV auctions this weekend as well. Then, of course, we've got the other Crown Vic that I told you. If Mark is interested in that one too, I'm going to sell him the 2 Crown Vics and the Corvette. And then we have this one. And this one, I am, you know, I'll be honest with you, I am sick over this one. This one makes me physically ill to the point where I'm almost ready to get rid of it because I don't know what we're doing here. I've got some ideas. I don't know if I want to tell you what they are yet or not. But this is a $10,000 engine. Okay, out of this whole car, the entire build, this is the crown jewel right here. Okay, this is a $10,000 engine that I got sponsored from Smedding Performance. And then we've got a CVF Racing serpentine belt kit. We've got cold case for the radiator and fans. We got Holley that came in clutch on the headers. And I'm just not sure what to do. I just put an AGM battery in this too. This came out of Nick's car. I had to put some duct tape over this here because this is the positive terminal, and I was worried it was going to hit. So I put some tape over that just temporarily until I can figure something else out. But this car still needs a little bit of work. Nothing major. This car runs and drives. In fact, I drove it just, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago. I took it to town and back, and it did just fine. This car's been doing fine, but I just don't trust it because this is that saltwater flooded hurricane car from Florida. The engine and everything under here has been replaced. Fluids have all been replaced in the rear differential and the transmission and everything. So, I mean, all of that is good. I just don't trust it. It's got a reverse manual valve body turbo 400, and it's got 410 posi gears in the rear. And what I need to do is I need the transmission rebuilt just so that I'm confident in it. I need the transmission rebuilt, and I need to get the rear end rebuilt. In fact, if you hold on 1 second, let me go get the keys and I'll show you. I've already got all of the parts. All right, I got the keys right here. I don't want to show you guys in the trunk. It's another car that I absolutely love this thing. This is a fun one to drive, all right? 560 horsepower out of this. 560 horsepower with 410 posi. All right? When I tell you that this car gets, man. So I just bought all of this, man. We've got an Eaton. Oh, what is this? Let's see what it says here. Eaton Performance Differentials with Detroit Locker. This is a 308 gear set. I went with 308 because obviously this is supposed to be my power tour car for next year, which is like in what, 8 months, 9 months from now? So I wanted to change the gear ratio from 410s, which honestly is too much. With the horsepower this engine makes, if this was a race car, maybe that'd be great. If I had slicks, that would probably be even better. But this is more of a cruiser car that I wanted a really aggressive choppy cam, and it's for doing things like burnouts and just cruising. All right, so 410 gears are way too much. In fact, the Turbo 400 is probably too much as well. Should probably go with a TH350, or even better, like a 6-speed manual transmission or something would be even better for it. But anyway, we're not talking about that. My plan is to just rebuild the Turbo 400, put the 308s in the rear. It'll still do smoky burnouts. It should drop the RPMs significantly, and we should be good to go. There's your ring and pinion gears right there. I don't know what the hell is right here. Jegs. Complete differential installation kit for an 8.875 rear end. So this is your master rebuild kit. It's got all your bearings and seals and everything. Pinion and ring gear. Your locker, your carrier right here. And then I went with a TCI Automotive torque converter. This is I can't remember, a 20... Oh, good Lord, this thing weighs a freaking ton. I think this is only a 10-inch. Let's see, this is a Turbo 400/TH350 240-900, but I can't see where it tells you what the stall is. No, I don't think it tells us what the stall is. It should have told us somewhere. Let's see if we can open it real quick. Does it say anything in here? No. Well, anyway, I've got all the parts. Everything is here. It's ready to go. But my guy, again, this has been the theme lately, on top of all the other stuff that I'm going through. Unfortunately, oh great, this is coming off. That's, it's always something, man. The clips must have come off or something. That's nice. It's always something, and that is why I've really been thinking about just getting rid of pretty much everything. Like, maybe have 4 or 5 cars on the channel for a while until we see how everything's going. But pretty much everything else, just let it go. And I'm even considering sending the Impala down the road, because I'm not sure if this is if this is actually going to be my car or not. And the stress is just dealing with all these cars and all these people and businesses that can't seem to do their jobs. You know, it's the guy that's supposed to be doing this transmission and rear end. It's a company. And this was supposed to be like a month and a half ago. And every time I call him, he's busy. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm busy. And I'm like, well, I get that. And I'm not in any particular rush to get it done. But I mean, I need to get it done. And now that I don't know for sure that I've got a retail dealer's license, where I would be, with a retail license, I can sign this car over to myself. Okay, I can. But I don't have the retail license, which again leaves me sitting here not knowing what to do. I bet it fires right up too. The battery's dead. No way. No way. Isn't that the way it goes? It's just something else, man. I was going to fire it up so you guys could... Yeah, she's dead. That battery's dead. Here we go again. Okay. Yeah, this window didn't look like it was all the way up either. It wasn't. Let's make sure we lock the doors back, because I don't want people coming out here and messing around. There we go. So let me tell you, I've got a thought on this car, and I don't like it, but it may be the only way to get this done. I don't know. My biggest concern is the components that are sponsored to me. I got to figure something out with that, because I can't let my sponsors get screwed out of this deal because something went wrong for me. You know what I mean? So here's my idea, and you guys tell me what you think. I have found, in fact, I'm not even going to tell you the year, but I found a Chevelle, all right, really, from the pictures, I should say, it looks like a really nice, clean Chevelle. I don't know for sure if it's an SS or not. It could be, maybe it's not, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The price is not too bad on it. It is pretty clean. It's got it's got a manual transmission. That's all I'll say, because people are going to start searching around. People are going to try to buy it out from under me. I'm really thinking about pulling the trigger on it. But on that one, I'm thinking maybe it would be better if I just bought that under my own name. And here's the catch. I mean, I'm going to spend 30 grand of my own money just out of pocket on this car, plus shipping. And I'm going to get it here. And if the dealer's license does not go through, in fact, even if it does go through, what we may end up doing, what I'm considering, it's got a pretty hot motor in it, but it's not hot like this. All right, it ain't 560 horsepower. So what I thought about doing is pulling out the engine and obviously the serpentine belt kit. I don't think that the radiator and the cooling fans will work from an Impala to a Chevelle. But I thought we could pull this engine out, put it to the side. We could take the engine out of the Chevelle and throw it in this one, sell this car. Down the road it goes, be done with it. Then we take the 560 horsepower engine out of this and stick it in the Chevelle that has the manual transmission. There you go. You got yourself a hot car ready for power tour, or close, close to ready for power tour. And I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm going to get a dealer's license and be able to use this car or not. So I am seriously considering pulling the trigger, which is why I'm posting this video for you guys today. It's mainly for this car. I want to know what you guys think I should do. If you were in my situation and it was the middle of November and you were supposed to have your dealer's license a month ago, what would you do if you had $20,000 sunk into a car that you don't know if you can ever even own? And what happens if they don't get my dealer's license? What happens if we roll over December 31st, 2025, this wholesale dealership ceases to exist? What happens if there's any cars at all left on the dealership? What happens? What happens if they don't approve the retail license? What happens to all of the cars that are sitting on my lot? Because I can't sell them to myself. That's what they told me. And I can't sell them to the public. And now I won't be able to sell them through any of my auctions or to any other dealers either. So what do I do? Please, if you've got some advice, drop a comment below. What do I do? I am really nervous. I'm on edge. I'm stressed beyond belief. And it just doesn't stop there. My house in Indiana, I got a phone call from the contractors. Not their fault. Let me just preface it with that. Not their fault, but they found some structural problems with the house as they were working underneath it doing plumbing. They were doing all new plumbing, new water heater and everything. And, well, they got under there and they said, hey, you're missing a lot of, I guess it's a pier and beam style foundation on that house, that's common. Well, it was missing a lot of piers and beams that are supposed to be, structurally supporting the underside of the house, which is why the house is kind of bouncy. It's always been that way. That explains why. As you walk through the house, it does bounce a little bit. It's never been anything that I felt was too concerning. It's just the way the house has always been. Well, when they got under there, they were like, listen, they're doing drywall, okay? So they're going from plaster. The whole house was plaster, which is crumbling and cracking over years of the house bouncing around. And he told me, he said, listen, man, he said, if we don't support this house with concrete pads, jacks and jack stands and beams, he said, I'm afraid that any mud work that I do putting up the new drywall will eventually crack and look like crap. And he's like, I prefer to do the job right, so what do you want me to do? Do you want me to support the underside of the house, add beams, add piers and concrete slabs and everything? Or do you just want to chance it and throw it back together? And I was like, it's always something, man. I just had to pay to have a big part of the tree that hung over the house. I had to pay to have that cut down. They did it for me. They gave me a great price on it, by the way. So it's not like it's his fault. He's not doing anything wrong. It's just old house things. It's everything costs money, everything. And there's always something else that needs to be done. And it's the same thing with these old cars too, man. Except I'm doing the work myself on these. It's always something else and it's always costing me more money. And I am just in a position where I am so tired of shelling out money all the time for everything. And now I'm trying to figure out if I'm even going to have a dealership. So I need y'all's help. Drop a comment below and tell me, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? And I'm not done yet, because I did just buy a G-Wagon, a very rare, super unique G-Wagon, gray market import from Germany. This is not something that was sold in the United States. This is before G-Wagons could even be bought in the United States of America, which makes this thing very, very unique. There's some other things that make it really unique too, including the fact that I only paid $9,400 for it. And supposedly it's broken. I mean, not supposedly, it clearly says in the listing that it's broken. It's in limp mode and it's got issues. But for the price, you can't find another one. Like on planet Earth, you're not gonna find another one for $9,400. So here we go. I've already bought another one. Then I've got a giveaway car, a car that's supposed to be a giveaway car that I bought for the channel, C5 Corvette, manual transmission, custom wrap, custom headlights. It's been on my Instagram, guys. In fact, so is the G-Wagon. You should go check out my Instagram account, Auto Auction Rebuilds. You can see the pictures of these things before they ever come to YouTube. So I have this Corvette on the way. I have a G-Wagon on the way. And, oh, the Corvette broke down. That's another thing. The Corvette that was supposed to be in great condition, it broke down, and apparently broke down badly because I bought that car over 2 weeks ago. It's still sitting exactly where it was. It has not shipped. Apparently it is in the shop and they're trying to fix it. And then after they got it running again, something went wrong with the steering and now they're trying to fix that. So I'm just kind of sitting here going, maybe I'm in the wrong business. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. If you enjoyed the content, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.